Okay.
That's it.
Why can't the University of North Dakota keep its nickname of the Fighting Sioux? How can the nickname of the Fighting Sioux, in quotes, be a bad thing when the meaning behind it means courage, dedication, tradition, determination, and excellence? According to the Grand Forks Herald, in quotes, UND began the Sioux name and logo in the 1930s, and while the image was criticized by some over the years, the controversy came to a head in 2005 when the NCAA banned imagery that it deemed hostile and abusive. And it was more of the fighting part of the Fighting Sioux name than it was the actual Sioux. So today I would like you to realize the Sioux nickname is an honor to the Native Americans of North Dakota and not something as degrading as the people it represents. My first issue is derogatory. The opposing view. There is no consensus on the matter among American Indians, even within the Spirit Lake tribe. Some agree with the NCAA and find the nickname offensive. A group of Native American students filed a federal lawsuit to stop its use, and university officials also have made a recent push asking that voters allow the nickname to be retired. According to Blake Baxter on March 13th of 2012, he says, in 2005, the NCAA threatened severe sanctions for 19 schools with Native American related nicknames, logos, and mascots if they did not alter them. They would be banned from hosting post-season championships. Today, UND remains the only university that has not changed their nickname. And that is in large part due to the interference that has from legislatures and citizens who are fans of the Fighting Sioux. My view on this matter is that fans and alumni say the nickname is not derogatory, and it is respectful towards the American Indians. It is part of the school's history and should be allowed to stand. Backers of this view also include some Native Americans. Also, members of the Spirit Lake tribe sued the NCAA last November in an attempt to keep the nickname. This was suit was filed in behalf of petitioners who say that losing the Sioux name means losing the ties between the tribe and the university, which I feel is terrible. And this was actually tossed out by a judge in court. My feeling it should be that it is an honor to have the university, such as UND, named after you, with the meaning behind it of courage, dedication, tradition, determination, and excellence. If the fighting part is the problem, then just leave it as the Sioux. There's also a cost issue. Opposing view from the cost issue is there are thousands of logos depicting an American Indian warrior that will remain on the University of North Dakota's campus, so they won't have to change it. According to ESPN, the hockey and basketball arenas have reworked agreements where they will not have to change some of their logos. You have to look at like the on my view is the cost of changing all the logos, which they are required to change, and the cost that goes along with that. Including in those costs they have estimated $750,000 just to change, logos, stationery, and the littlest things are stationery, uniforms, different things on the field. It's incredible the amount of money. Now, if they were to change the Ralph Engelstad Arena, which Ralph Engelstad was one of the biggest supporters of UND Fighting Sioux, it would cost up to $20 million to change all of the things that are associated with that. There are also scholarship money and financial supporters that is going to affect this change. On the opposing view, you have people that think that, oh, by changing the name and it not being derogatory, it will be more people will support it, or you'll have new supporters. On the other hand, you will have things that you don't have to change. There are things within the school that I think there was definitely like 6 Fighting Sioux things that they had to change. On the other spectrum, on my view, according to President Robert Kelly, it will cost the university over $20 million, like I already said, about changing the Ralph Engelstad Arena. One of the imagery that is to be removed, the 6 signs were that they say home of the Fighting Sioux in quotes, and that they have to be removed in compliance with NCAA standards. So, lots of scholarship money and financial support is back to that. My view on that is doctors and lawyers and people who have contributed to the University of North Dakota have given all this money, and they will stop, along with losing the Ralph Engelstad Arena. So in conclusion, the University of North Dakota must change its nickname, which they have narrowed down to 5 possibilities. And these include the Fighting Hawks, the Nodaks, the North Stars, the Rough Riders, and the Sundogs, along with the possibility of just remaining the University of North Dakota. So in conclusion, the opposing views are the consensus of the American Indians to stop its use, and the NCAA's making them change it, not just UND, but 19 other schools. My view is the fans and alumni and part of the Spirit Lake tribe don't agree with this. And the meaning behind, the name, the honor that is associated with this. The costs. The opposing view is some of the logos get to stay, and on the other side, so many need to be changed, and it's going to cost so much money. And then the scholarships, the financial backers. You have the opposers say that there will be more people coming in to support them, where my view is you're going to lose so many people. So in closing, I hope you realize that the Sioux nickname is in honor of Native Americans of North Dakota and not something degrading to the people that it represents. Thank you.